Alright, so in this video I am redoing my benchmark in Falcon BMS. In my previous video I did a benchmark at the end of the video where I just simply sat in the cockpit and looked around. This is because in flight sims often some of the worst performance issues is exposed while you're just sitting directly in your cockpit on the ground. After talking to other BMS users that responded to my video comments, also in Discord, it quickly became apparent something was going wrong with my computer. So I double checked my hardware and checked the software for good measure. After reinstalling Windows, I immediately noticed it's crazy. So obviously I had a bad driver in my installation. I'm not sure which driver, but something went wrong there. I'm not sure which was a driver, bad Windows install, who knows. Alright, so we're doing the benchmark that I just did in my previous video. But luckily I was pretty suspicious in that video and I said check the comments for an update. Anyways, as you can see here in this video, I'm mostly just holding 90 FPS while I look around inside my cockpit. And it only dips when I look outside at the other jets that's pulling up. So yeah, my fellow virtual pilots, my take on this VR feels great. I am definitely glad I ran this down. I am super impressed by this VR implementation. I also took a look at VRAM use, which is looking really good. It is way below 11 gigs, which is what a lot of cards have for their VRAM memory, the max. This is great news, I'm sure, to my fellow DCS players, because I'm sure maybe some of you are worried about your VRAM filling up, which was a problem, especially if you used to fly with Apache and Syria, for instance. And if you played long enough, or especially if you hopped on an online server, then some of you ran into like your VRAM filling up, and then it just felt like the performance just, nosedives, right? At least as of DCS 2.7 to 2.8, this issue could definitely happen. Granted, I've only tested 2 missions so far in VR, but it's looking incredibly promising. I need to spend a lot more hours with this sim, but so far, I'm just not sure what anyone has to lose by diving into this, right? It only cost like $4 or something when I bought it during the Steam sale. And now that the sale is over, it marked back up to what, like $7? That is insane value. You get a high fidelity Viper, which we already knew, but you also get, as a Falcon BMS 437, a great VR implementation. It's really solid. It just feels like it's optimized right off the bat. And talking to developers in Discord, it feels like a lot of work was already put into optimization. I should also mention this community is super helpful, and developers, they definitely have went beyond the Call of Duty working with me on my issue. I feel bad because it turned out, of course, it was something silly like Windows 11, I don't know what. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy watching it, and yeah, definitely stay tuned for more content in Sim, especially when F15 hits. But even before that, I'm going to be spending a lot more time. I want to spend a lot more time in a dynamic campaign and checking that out. So definitely stay tuned for more content. Alright, thanks for watching.